What started out as a perfect night turned into a torrential downpour right after the coin flip for your number 3 ranked University of St. Francis football team. But the floodgates did open for the Cougs with a 78-yard touchdown run by P.J. Dean in the eventual 29-16 victory at Robert Morris.
It was a crazy night, you're right. I mean, the heavens opened up and the rain poured and my feet I was standing in water in my shoes by 5 minutes in the first quarter. Crazy game. PJ set the tone with a great run. Kamukewicz had a great punt return. Defense played well. He had one of those crazy nights where officials played the game instead of officiating the game, got personal things involved, and the game was out of hand. It was poor officiating both sides of the ball. But it got out of hand, and that's disturbing. I talked to our players on Sunday that you cannot react to bad calls, to the opposition doing extracurriculars, pushing, shoving, punching, talking, whatever. You can't do it because it takes you away from playing your football. You got to be disciplined, and you got to play the game snap to whistle. You can't be. I thought we handled the elements pretty well, but second half it got a little out of hand with all of the other extracurriculars involved.
Speaking of extracurriculars, after the Dean touchdown, Gavin Gardner and the kickoff team recovered a pooch kick to set up USF's second touchdown. Then Matt Kamukewicz took a punt 83 yards to the house. Back to the kicking game, where Gardner hit a 36-yard field goal, and punter Joe Nepper averaged 48 yards per and pinned the Eagles inside the 20 4 times. It was a pretty good day for the special teams.
Well, with the exception of our hands team losing a couple onside kicks, we got to work on catching that high hop, and we'll get that fixed this week. Camo had a great return. Me and Joe, man, he punted the ball, 48-yard average. He rocketed some. So we couldn't ask for more out of him. Gavin kicked the ball well. You're right, all phases of special teams were pretty solid, other than 5 minutes to go in the game, and we couldn't get the high bounce on the hands team. So other than that, pretty good job.
After guiding the Cougs to a 29-3 halftime lead, QB Matt Crable did not play the second half. He entered the game nursing a hamstring injury and came out of it in good shape.
He's much better. He could have played the second half, but we were preventative. Didn't want to risk in the wet field of, aggravating that thing, so we chose to make a substitution with Heath to start the second half, and then of course PJ went out and he had a tweak on his ankle, so we were playing with a lot of backups in the second half, but next guy up, that's our motto, man. You got to be ready to go. So don't know how it's going to shake out this week. I'm assuming Matt will be 100%. Martell and Eli are going to have to step up and tail back. Offensive line, we got to get healthy and protect our quarterback.
USF was all over Robert Morris QB Quinn Kelly, with 7 sacks and 7 QB hurries. Leading the charge was redshirt freshman Kevion Evans, who finished with 5 tackles, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble. And Jalen Moss led the team with 10 tackles.
Well, I was so happy to see Kevion with Thornberry out, the next guy up, that was him. And man, he had a great game. He played hard, he played fast. Had a penalty on the sideline that I was 2 feet from. Kind of one of those flags that didn't need to be. So all in all, I was very, very pleased with him. Jay Moss is just getting better and better and better. I mean, he's really a solid football player. Just got to keep him going, man. He's great. Back there, he and Shu at the safeties, and they're really solid.
Shu's become one of my best friends at the school. love him to death. We've grown a lot in the past year. Our friendship on the football field, no matter what. I think we're becoming more comfortable with each other. We know what we're going to do on each side of the field. We know what calls to make, and we both have experience in our defense. We know what Coach Didier wants. It's helped us both become better players this year, and I think you're going to see a very, very talented DB group.
A very talented group indeed. 4 of the top 5 tacklers for USF are DBs, with Moss, Schumacher, Nate Place, and Ryan Johnson. After giving up a field goal on the Eagles' first drive of the game, the Cougars' defense really hunkered down.
Yeah, so the rain was really interesting. I've never played in a game where it rained that much in a matter of 5 minutes. They kind of got on us early on defense. We let them get down to the red zone, but I think we did a really good job. But once they got down there, we calmed down and just kept playing our brand of football and stopped the run and got them off the field and forced them to hit 3. So we'll take 3 over 6 any day of the week. I think we're just working together as a team. Our D-line was amazing. They were after him all night. They made him feel very uncomfortable, and that made our job on the back end so much easier. They give us a lot of formations, a lot more than we're used to seeing on an every game basis, but I think that helped us, and Coach Didier did a really good job of preparing us for those, and we had all of our shifts and stuff ready for it. Our D-line was just absolutely fantastic up front, and they basically controlled this game from first quarter to fourth quarter. They're a heavy run team, and they gave us a lot of formations that put me on the line of scrimmage, so I got to be around the ball a lot more than I did the previous week, which I like. I love tackling. That's what I take pride in. I love it. It's fun. But yeah, they ran the ball a lot, and that just forced me to have to come up and make plays in the run game, and forced me to have to be at the line of scrimmage with our D linemen a lot more than I will in a lot of other games. So that's part of the reason. That's the main reason why I had so many tackles this past game.
J. Moss also recorded the Cougs' first interception of the season and the second of his career.
So we were in man, and my guy ran a deep crossing route and just kind of ran with him. Quarterback was looking him off, but then he came back to him, kind of lobbed it a little bit too much, and just made a good play on the ball. First pick of the year, hopefully to have many more this year, and yeah, I'm excited.
Moss is also excited to get back after it. Typically, the biggest improvements come from week 1 to week 2. Well, USF had a bye in week 2 due to Lindenwood Belleville discontinuing its program. So it's safe to say Jalen is ready for the week-to-week grind.
Going into last Saturday, I was just so excited to play football again and not have to go against our offense. We've been going against our offense since the spring, and after a while, it just gets very, very repetitive. It's still fun, but you want to hit somebody else after a while. We played the same field game, and then having another bye week, it was just weird not to have to prepare for somebody else and just go out and practice. I was so excited to get to Chicago and play that game, and I'm happy we have another one this week.
And this week, the Cougs will take on St. Ambrose in their home opener. The Fighting Bees opened up the season with a 43-37 win at Missouri Baptist, but they've lost 2 straight to Marion 49-19, and last week at home 20-10 versus Siena Heights.
Boy, am I glad to be home. The road trips are kicking me. I have great respect and admiration for their coach, Mike Magistrelli. He does a great job with them. Defensively, they play hard. The difference in this year and last year is they're bringing lots of pressure. They're blitzkrieg, man. They're bringing 5-6 guys most of the time. So we're going to have to work on pass protection, getting the ball out quick. Got to be selective in the tools that we choose. Offensively, play 2 quarterbacks, 1 runner, 1 passer. So you kind of got an idea of what personnel group you have to go with. But again, I have a lot of respect for them. They will be a worthy opponent. Last year we scored very well. I think we had 600 yards total offense, but they didn't pressure. And I bet my life they're going to on Saturday.
I'm looking forward to having another game, honestly, not having another bye week. That's the big part. But yeah, their offense is pretty good. They got a really good they got 2 really good quarterbacks that can both sling the ball. They got some really good receivers, that really good hands. They run good routes. We got to come out and be physical from the start. I think we do that. We can take control of the game. We got to stop the run, which is vital in every single game you play in college football. If you can't stop the run, you won't be able to beat a team. I think we come out, play physical, stop the run, and we take away their RPO game. It'll be a long day.